Sleep in line. Are you taking good care of your body? Are you moving your body? Eating right? What kind of things can you do to not only improve your overall life, but it will eventually be a habit that trickles down into your focus and productivity. Sometimes I notice all of that goes out the door for me if I'm not feeling good mentally or I'm not feeling good physically. So make sure all those other things in your life are getting taken care of. Your relationships and how you view others and view yourself can really play a part in how you perform. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Haley if you guys are new, and if you are a returning subscriber, I'm so glad you guys are back for another video. I feel like I haven't done a sit down in a while, so I'm very excited. And there are less than 90 days left in this year, in this century, and I want us to work together to be our very best and achieve our goals before 2020. Who's with me? So before we get started, one of the things that we need to be able to do is to focus better. So today I have a list of 10 things that you guys can implement into your daily routines whenever you're working, studying, or preparing for the day ahead to just be more focused and ultimately help your productivity. Focus actually comes down to so many different things, so I was really excited to kind of compile this list for you guys, and I think you're really gonna like this. Before we get started, I'd love it if you hit that subscribe button, turned on notifications, because it really means the world to me when you guys participate in the notification squad. If you guys are in that, give this video a thumbs up. Plus, giving it a thumbs up really does support my channel, as well as following along on social, my Instagram account at Haley Cairo. I post tons of tips and tricks, daily habits for success, recipes, workouts. It's a really fun, encouraging, and inspiring place, and we have a really great time over there, and I know you guys would love it. Real quick, I want to say thank you to LINGODA for partnering with me on this video. I've talked about LINGODA before. They are the #1 online language website in the entire world. They're so fantastic. They have so many amazing courses, and today they're sharing their business English course with you guys, which I talked about last year, but it's new, improved, way more flexible, and is perfect if you guys are not native English speakers but want to better your English skills so that way you can have a better time applying for jobs, maybe online, that is working with a business in English or a company maybe in the UK or the US. So why would you need business English at all? I mean, if you're going to be applying for a job, reviewing meeting notes, trying to do business correspondences, so many different things require the English language, emails, resumes, all of that. And having the proper diction, verbiage, speaking patterns, all of that really does play a big role. The way that the curriculum is set up, you will be focused mostly on speaking, so real-time, real-life actionable words, and then also grammar, which is really important, and then writing and reading. You're gonna have expert teachers, all from US and the UK, and the classes are great small class sizes, on average 3 people, so you know you're gonna be getting some really great focus on you, your questions, and making sure that your success is met. Classes are super personalized, everything is in real time, and what I love about the upgrades is that you can actually choose over 300 topics to focus on for your particular learning needs. So different topics in the business world that you want to focus on when learning business English. If you guys are interested in trying out the LINGODA Business English, I'm going to share 2 different ways that you guys can get started. So if you click the link down below, you will see that you have a code for a discount. It's 25 euros for your first month. Well, 25 euros off of your first month, or $27 US off of your first month of LINGODA. So first of all, the free trial that you can do is 3 group classes or 1 free personal one-on-one class. There are courses available 24/7, so you can seamlessly fit this into your own lifestyle. Plus, with the more specific courses, you guys can choose what matters most to you. When I took French, I absolutely loved my experience with LINGODA. It felt so personal, like I was in an actual classroom. You guys can also check out the LINGODA Instagram profile because they have tons of real student success stories on there if you guys need any more inspiration. Don't forget that you get to try it for free, and if you do choose the trial package, you do not have to use the code, but I will be explaining that in just a second. Just make sure that you use my code if you are going to continue, because your subscription is going to renew automatically. The second way that you guys can get started is to just buy a package. You don't even have to do the trial if you know you are ready to commit. So all you're going to do is enter Haley1 at checkout to receive your discount off of your first month. Let me know if you guys have any questions about the LINGODA Business English course or any of their other courses. If you're looking to learn a different language, maybe I can answer some questions for you guys because they are a really fantastic, and I think that they're great for anyone who wants to learn a new language. All right, so now I'm going to be sharing with you guys the first tip in focusing. The first thing is to always have a designated workspace. I really recommend not working in your bedroom, and I totally understand if you live with your parents or roommates and that's the only option that you have. Just make sure that you have a different space. Try not to do work in your bed. You want your rest and workspaces to be different. It's really good for your mental health and your overall productivity. You also want to make sure that your desk and work area is clean, only have the essentials on there. So for example, if you're studying math, you probably don't need a bunch of planners and colorful markers and things like that. Only have the essentials, maybe a pen, a pencil, and a calculator, and a notebook. I've actually been more intentional with this and have a caddy where I put all of my work things, school things into this caddy. And that way, as I work on different things, I don't have all the visual clutter of like all of my projects out on my desk. So my desk space is like much neater, and it just helps me so much have like a clear mind when I'm working. I'm a big believer in writing out your to-do list every single week and every single day, but if you want to make that even more micro, write out a to-do list within your task. So for example, if you need to study for math or you need to study for English or whatever it is, write out what you want to achieve with that study session, whether it's I want to understand X concepts or I want to have a background of how to use, prepositions in writing, whatever it is you're studying, and then write down the tasks that go along with it. So read Unit 1, take notes on Unit 1, take like quiz on Unit 1. So just make it really specific so that way you have some structure and order every time you go to study. Same thing goes for work. I do this with editing videos where I'm like, okay, my goal for this time blocked period of work is to edit this video. For me to get that video done, I need to do the audio, check the color grading, export. So just be really specific with your to-do list. The third thing that helps me focus is background noise. If it's too quiet, I lose my train of thought. And if it's too loud, I lose my train of thought. There's a happy medium. I'm very distracted by construction. That was a big problem for me in August. My neighborhood had it was a mess. Okay, it was just a mess. And I just put on a playlist, and I really love classical jazz and I love acoustic guitar. I don't like anything with lyrics. It's too distracting. I know some people like non-speaking ASMR videos while they study or do work. Whatever floats your boat, do that, play it, and you'll be lost in concentration. The fourth thing, which I know we are all guilty of, myself included, our phones. They're so distracting. I actually charge my phone now when I need to have a time blocks of work when I'm not distracted. I put my phone on a charger in another room. It's not even on my desk. And I take it one step further and I put it on airplane mode. So that way I'm not getting a ton of notifications and people can't always reach me, because one of the worst productivity things is being reactive. And I've been trying so hard, especially in the mornings when I wake up. If my phone starts going off and I start reacting, my anxiety increases. I get lost in what was really supposed to be happening at that time, and I start reacting to everybody. It's the worst. So I also recommend keeping your phone on silent in the morning, because you don't want to have all the world's tasks and to-do lists. You need to focus on you. The fifth thing is to work in intervals. This is something that I'm going to be talking about in my calendar management video that's coming out soon. But basically you want to work in set times and then take specific breaks. I really, really encourage you guys to get outside for at least one of those breaks, even if it's 5 minutes of just walking around your office building, your school building, your house, whatever it is. Get outside. It'll make a huge difference. Getting some of that vitamin D is huge for you guys, promise. The Pomodoro method is like 25 minutes on, 5 minutes off. I'm more of like a 45-minute, 15-minute off person. But again, do what works for you. The sixth thing is to time batch. So I'm gonna be going into detail about this with my Google Calendar system, but give each task a specific amount of time. That way, not only is it keeping you kind of like on your A game, like knowing you have a set amount of time, but it helps you plan out every single thing in your day. And if you use a color code system, it makes it pretty, and you can do this all ahead of time. So that way, when you wake up every day, you know exactly what you're doing when you're doing it. The less decision making we have, the better. Auto regulation is fantastic. The seventh thing is kind of similar to that, but a little bit more holistic. And what I mean by that is journaling. To-do lists are great, but so is just like free-flowing brain dumps, and my morning pages really helps me just kind of get out anything I was thinking about the day before or the day of, and sets my intentions, just allowing to leave that stuff in the journal. I'm not bringing it into work with me. I also practice the Ivy Lee method, which again is going to be in that productivity video, but it's 6 tasks personal and 6 tasks for work or school. Those are the only 6 tasks I focus on, and I write them the night before, so that way I'm not thinking about it going to bed, and I'm not thinking about what I need to do the next day. Now, if you are like me and things pop up in your mind, people send you text messages and they're random little tasks that you need to fix or focus on at some point during the day or the week, just have a sticky note, a piece of paper. I always have a notepad next to me to just write down those things that I don't want to forget, but I also don't want to be thinking about while I'm trying to focus on what's really important for that day. So just writing it out kind of gets it out of my head, and I can come back to it later. To wrap this entire thing up, to just be aware of your thoughts. And I know that that's maybe not a tip, it's more just kind of something to think about. Literally, it's your thoughts. But if you've noticed that you haven't been as focused, maybe journal out some reasonings why. Is your sleep in line? Are you taking good care of your body? Are you moving your body? Eating right? What kind of things can you do to not only improve your overall life, but it will eventually be a habit that trickles down into your focus and productivity. Sometimes I notice all of that goes out the door for me if I'm not feeling good mentally or I'm not feeling good physically. So make sure all those other things in your life are getting taken care of. Your relationships and how you view others and view yourself can really play a part in how you perform. So those are my 10 tips. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you didn't take notes, scroll back, take some notes, try to implement some of these things. Let me know if there's any other tips and tricks that I've missed. I would love to know what you guys do to stay focused. Also, click the link down below if you guys are interested in trying LINGODA. So there's a free trial, so it's not like you're losing anything. Just give it a shot. Let me know if you guys have any questions about it. Don't forget to hit subscribe and follow along on social, and I will see you guys in the next video.
Summer is ended, the leaves are turned.